this is Curlian with episode 34 of my Let's Play Total War Attila as the Eastern Roman Empire on Legendary difficulty. Now, last time I said we are going to start saving money to build up. Oh, we have 21,000. A part of that is because we're getting several thousand from interest. Or hundreds from interest? I don't know, whatever. 5% of 18 years. It is time that we actually start building up our interest. So we only want to spend half of the money we made, which would be about 9,000 this turn. He can do it. Whatever, that's fine. Okay, here they're raiding. They stopped raiding even. That's great. So, what we're looking at is food. Armenia. We have that, which is producing vast amounts in every region. That'll be 3,000 for Scriptorum. I'm not going to spend anything else here. What are we making in food here? 20. That will go up. This needs to be a food market. So we're going to make that into a food market. Immediate atropine. So I've now spent, can build about 3,000 more. This region is only making 26 food. That's going to add to it, but not a huge amount. This cattle, we're going to build a sheep. I think we can maybe get away with one more level 1 or 2 building. So if I did that to fishing fleet, it would help with the defenses of Antioch. Because I've only spent like, I was at 18,000 and I'm at 12,000. That would be pretty much exactly what I want. It would add a lot to this region in the way of money. But it would not add a lot in the way of food, and food is what I care about. So we're going to build the fishing jetties here, and that'll be the end of what I spend this turn. As it is time to build up my forces. Now this region's like, whatevs, dude, whatevs. Okay, your guy got some stuff. Oh, I have to buy that too. So I'm gonna end up spending 1,000 more. Whatever, get this and this. Okay. Can I build him here? We can build a guy here. We have a 32, a 30 who is Evocatist, plus 2 public order. This is too good. Yeah. He is going to go and join one of these armies over here and begin training them. How are you doing in the way of training? You're up to 2. It's not bad. Not where I want you to be, but not bad. Okay. The Suebians declared war and then ran away. You are sitting out here raiding, which I don't really care about, taking attrition. Maybe you don't take it. No, you definitely take attrition. That says so. I don't necessarily care. This region continues to have issues. Probably instability and raiding. Minus 40 instability. Well, that'll take a while. But that's fine. Okay, we're going to go to end the turn. The goal is to get our money up to where it should have been 20 or 30 turns ago. So we have a lot of catching up to do. That war with the Sassanids, I hope the war with the Huns doesn't turn out to be worse. But the war with the Sassanids was horrible. When I go up against them with the Western Romans, I'm not going to play around. We will be fighting for total war immediately. Okay. The Suebians are doing things that make me unhappy. They're up to 3 stacks sitting there. 4 stacks? Wow. Even with a unhindered hurt army, that's gonna hurt. They also bring a lot of missile fire. I need to deal with them, but these Saxons are problematic. Okay, it's time to go deal with the Saxons. We'll take some attrition, but we have to deal with the Saxons so that we can deal with the Suebians, so that we can deal with the Axumites, and the list goes on and on. I meant to look a while back on how close I was to the next Imperium. Hopefully we're pretty close. I could really use 2 more actual armies right now. Okay. We had a dude who died. That's sad. Disease has spread into Melitene from Toss. Oh my goodness, so much disease. Okay, so we're gonna spend about 9,000 again this turn. Okay. Your fleet. Time to build up more of these. So that was how much each? 8. So it's 17. We'll call it 2,000. We need to come here and deal with a freaking plague. It is spreading like wildfire. Okay, you. Could improve that. Armida actually grew more of it to try to fight it, and it failed. If I do that, that's like all my expending for the turn. We've already buffed that in an attempt to stop this plague. We have a level 3 aqueduct. We could go to level 4. But I really don't need a level 4. Arg. Okay, in Melitene we will go up to level 4. In the hopes that this will provide more to everywhere. And that's about what I have to spend this turn. Okay, you. I'm gonna bring you here.
Is that all?
Okay, and you're going to do that. Now they're there, which is a problem. Can I get back to Aguila? It says he cannot. So I need to protect myself from the Suebians, so we're going to put an army in Ptolemais. Okay. One more thing we have to do. You come join this army. We have 2 full freaking stacks here. Oh my goodness. You need to go away. How are you doing here? We figured out that we provide about plus 15 or plus minus 13. So if we left it be negative 8, -7, -6. We're gonna hold off on moving yet. Let's go this way. How many armies do I have sitting out here? We have one army here watching the north, which kind of needs to happen because they're not trustworthy at the moment. Oh, you're not growing back because of plague, are you? Is that what's going on here? Oh, that sucks. This region is getting progressively worse. That's a problem. Why is it so bad? I just have to buff it. If I do that, it would fix it. Oh, that'd be better. I have some time. I just have to come back and fix this next time. I have to save money. We must get our savings up in the turn. Oh, a provincial governor. That would be good. Let's see who needs it. Media atropine. A provincial governor here could be good. I mean, that would fix the region without having to do anything. A restore stand. Why? You guys are instability, and that's going down every turn, so you're going to be fine. Libya. This is massive freaking instability. It'll be here forever. And we actually already have a guy there. So yeah, Media Atropine seems like the place we need to build our governor. So help if I click the right region. Media Atropine. Oh, we have a disloyal dude. He's a general. That's not good. Okay, you're a patron, marksman, relentless attacker. Patron is the best. He can be the guy in Media Atropine. Okay. Awesome. You secure the loyalty of. You can't do it. You can't do it. You secure the loyalty of this dude. You're closing in on when you can marry. You're several years out from being able to take over the Imperial armies. The Imperial legions that will be at your beck and call. Okay. End the turn. That costs us some money. Oh, here. We want that tax rate and growth in food. Do I need food here? No, we're doing okay for food. We need tax rate. And reduction in cost for everything is good. End the turn. Now we are screaming towards the year 420. But if we have 100,000 in the bank, we're making 5,000 a year. And I don't know if when Attila comes, the Huns will immediately surge towards us. I'm not sure how that will work out. So we'll have to see. But if he does, he'll come right towards Greece. And I will have plenty of armies sitting there waiting for him. Which is really why I need 2 more armies.
I propose, or rather ask for.
No. You would only pull me into needless wars. You're not going to actually ever provide a real benefit for me, so why would I choose to do that? The only time my armies will ever march down there again will simply be to color the map purple. Okay, we have the Macromans, the Quadians, the Thuringians, the Byzantians. Oh, we're doing good so far. Wonder what the Saxons are gonna do. They're not gonna stay there. Do the Saxons just stay there? No! Good plus 3 loyalty. Okay, we need to come down here and deal with the Saxons. Because I'm tired.
Ready for battle. Would that I were as swift as the angels.
Oh, they're not even fighting us. Or they're not gonna even run. I'm just gonna be aggressive and finish them. That should get rid of the Saxons. We'll take the 12% recovery. And we'll march east.
Ready for orders.
Get to there so that you're out of that. You,
At your command.
I don't need you in the desert anymore. I need you to come south. We're going to Axum with 3 legions to deal with their 4 armies. Now one of them's way out here. So I kind of want to build a navy with some of my money this turn, which will deal with that. Oh, I can have a 3rd dude. I didn't know that. Have I picked up my... Interesting. Okay, well, needless to say, we will buy a guy here. Public order, army replacement. Go with that. Saxons are gone. 1 down. So many more factions to deal with. Okay, this region, very unhappy. Now I can, we'll call it 10,000 gold. And 9,000 because I've redone one. So that's going to be 2,000. So that leaves me 7,000 gold. I need food here. We'll build 1 field. Now it's 6,000 gold. Over here. Ecbatana. That's it. Do we have enough food here? Ugh, we don't. We don't have the food. Why is this region at -5? That's terrible. I think that you actually made it worse somehow. Oh, you have negative freaking authority. +5 public order might be what we need to do. That should fix the region. Since you suck. I don't know how many commercial buildings I have. I definitely have at least 1. And there's really nothing else worth giving you, so sure, get carrier pigeons. I would love to give you stuff. That's fine. He'll do fine. We'll turn this region around. I kind of feel like I have to build food. If I do that, it'll increase it by 10. If I do that, it'll increase it by 15. And give more per. But bring on a lot more squalor. I need a food market here. I may have to get rid of this to build a food market. It would be way better than what I currently have. What is this doing? I don't have a capital here either. This is just so much worse than those. We're gonna not do that, and instead we're gonna knock this down. I'm gonna build a capital here. I need to get that capital going. And we may end up with a food thing here. Although when I eventually convert this over, it's just a long way away in this province. Okay, I've spent... No, I did not spend everything. I have 6,000 to go. So let's see which region needs stuff. You I've dealt with as much as I'm going to. You are at the bonus. We're moving in the right direction finally. You have 8 more stuff to build. We'll be able to build food. Oh, food is a big issue here. So we're gonna build that. So that gives us 3,000 more to spend. Cappadocia. Let's look at food. You're the worst. You're next. We need food here. We need food badly. It's making 70 food. If I converted it to this, it would be 108 food. But it would then go down to 74 shortly. But that's still worth doing, because that'll keep this region afloat. Because this is also going to eat more food. I think it'll still be okay for now. Palestina. You have 20 food. I've spent everything. I spent more than I was supposed to. End the turn. I may just immediately end the turn like 3 times. Not build anything. Let some of my builds come, see where we stand, and just add like 60 or 1,000 to the bank. Subians are going down to Agrila. Frickin' A. That's an interesting army. If we had cavalry here, I'd say we'd win. As it is, I'm not positive. But we will fight this out because we need to fight this out. I don't really want to go after the Subian land in the south, in the Sahara. Taking the Sahara is painful. Too much desert attrition. The cities are pretty far apart, so you end up having serious trouble handling the revolts unless you steamroll all through pretty much at once. So slingers can do a lot of damage. They don't necessarily have to do a lot of damage. I think this is going to be a pretty decent battle for us if they line up, because we can line up here and make them come to us again. They only have 2 melee units, and ours, I think, will take them. These guys will be useless once their missiles are gone, and the cavalry will find running into us is a terrible idea. Now this may be a long siege because we need them to come to us at the appropriate location, but I think it'll work well. They'll be, in theory, they'll attack from down here, which is usually where the AI sets up, and we'll take this stand here. And as we found out last time, if they just try to sit in the middle, the arrows can hit them. There's a lot of slingers though, but they're shooting up at us into Testudo. I don't think they're gonna do very well. These 3 have a lot of experience. You know, I started to update this region. If I had succeeded, I'd have cavalry and spears. Although, to be honest, the swords I kind of like better. Okay, we're gonna come here and we're gonna set up.
Testudo and
We will spread out the whole way.
Ready! Defensive testudo!
Okay, that makes us a little thinner target for the archers behind us. It doesn't let them get around us. I don't care about a barricade. Start the battle. Speed this up. Probably should have checked. Okay, they are coming from where I expected. If they come from back here, it's happened before. It causes some problems.
The enemy outnumbers us!
They do. Do you have a times 10 button by any chance? The question is, do they come right at us? If they come right at us, I'm pretty sure we win. If I get bored because they choose not to come right at us, then we start running into problems. But I am coming close to when Attila comes, and that could be problematic. So I need to make sure that I'm strong for when Attila comes. Which means I need huge amounts of wealth. So I need a savings. I mean, if I get 100,000 in the bank, I'm making 5,000 a turn just off of interest. And that's really good. If I get, you know... So we kind of want to do that. Yeah, that happens. Okay, if they just sit there again, they'll get shot at. They'll take this point, but our guys are high morale. 70, 52 and 50.
The settlement is on fire!
You must have a general bonus. Yeah. Oh, they're coming in. Those, I believe, are camels. Yeah. They will find that camels into a testudo doesn't work well for the camels. Especially uphill. Now they're kind of hurting this unit a little. But they're taking more damage than that unit. Ew, although that unit just took a bunch of damage. That's... The unit's starting to get beat up. I kind of want this unit to break before the spears show up. Okay. Anytime now. Now these are just spear. Oh, these are spearmasters. They are, like, from what I hear, pretty good spear units. I've never actually had them on an army that I fielded. Okay, these spearmasters are already down to 95, which means they're now...
Units have returned to the battle.
Yeah, but they're pretty wildly injured. Those spearmasters may be taking more damage from getting attacked in the back with endless sling bolts than anything else. One unit down. These spearmasters, which should be the next most dangerous thing. Desert Raiders aren't going to do much against us in Testudo. Okay, they're done. We've now broken 2 of their units. We are taking damage from slings. We're not gonna. Those slings are doing way too much damage to us now. Still, we're gonna really wreck this army before we run. How many kills do you have? Only 29, 12. I need to just let these revolt happen here. It should happen in Gila. Okay, they're gone. They're like,
Men are broken and are fleeing.
we're getting hit by a wall of stones. Yeah. The singers do a lot of damage. Even in Testudo, there's only so long you can take that. We did kill more of them than they killed of us, and all they really have left are those skirmishers. We may have just totally destroyed the camels. But really, our guys didn't do much damage in the long run. I mean, that was, I think, kind of a weak showing by our units. These guys just, I mean, 120 damage. That almost wiped out one of the full units because they weren't at 160. So he alone did so much. And a bunch of these dudes still had a lot of shots left. He must have been like having a good flank angle or something. Because that's a lot of damage for a slinger unit shooting up a hill from far away. Well, Spurious was so valiantly fought, so valiantly, and did so little in the end. Well, we finished the Saxons. I guess I could, instead of dealing with Axum, I could come deal with these dudes. But I really want to finish off Axum and Nobatia. We killed one unit, we kind of damaged 3 others. So, not terrible since we only fielded 2. What do they do? Capture the region? No, of course not. I want to put myself in the region. I should have just had my army sitting in Aguila.
Your people are
No. You're not going to actually benefit me. And I am a loyal person, which means I often don't want to decline my alliances, even though I'm like, I can decline these at any point. I won't want to. Although I will say, for 1,000 gold, that was kind of tempting. When all we're trying to do is save lots of money, that's kind of good. How are we doing? Okay. It's looking like the rest of it will be fairly peaceful. $1,100 gold in Aguila. An ambitious politician plans to cause mischief at your expense. He wishes you to deal with debts accrued by some local farmers and in large amounts from people. We're up to 50,000 saved, which means we're making 25,000 additional a turn in interest, which is odd because we're missing 2 master of okay, you convince this dude he's special. Okay, that's good. That's why I was like, why are we making so little for doing so much? The answer, we were missing out on swords. Okay, I don't really want to spend any money.
That's your command.
We're just gonna put ourselves in Aguila.
Hold this garrison.
Oh, we're still gonna get a revolt here.
We hunger for battle. With an eye as swift as the angel.
Okay, you're gonna join up with this dude. Now,
Commander.
you're gonna put yourselves right there. We're gonna march straight south and try to take out Adulis. And we will bring all 3 stacks. As I have decided, it's time to conquer these dudes. Okay. I'm happy with where I'm sitting other than that.
Ready
This region has pretty good, I mean 4 melee units is pretty good garrison. 6 with these, I'm gonna call that decently able to support itself. You guys are just goofing around out here. How are you doing? I would kind of like a little bit more stuff. So you, Eutropius Abutus Carbo. I'm gonna disrupt the plot. It's all his fault, dudes. It's all his fault. Okay, how are you doing for loyalty? Other than that guy, we're fine. In the turn. You're a general. I need you to learn to walk fast. Because at some point, we will have to deal with stuff. Is this Macron? No, that's Sharif. They just look the same. Okay, we're gonna end the turn. And next turn, we might finally catch up to what Western Rome had in just income, 25 turns ago. Not 25 turns ago. Why are all these Nordic tribes in Africa? Oh, maybe the Huns went up there. Axum, you will be dealt with. I should have built a fleet before I do this. Fortunately, I don't think it would matter at this point. Well, it might. I may build a fleet. I mean, it would not hurt to have a fleet. A fleet down here would help with Arabia and Macron, which could be beneficial. Parthia. We have a rebellion coming in Libya. Yeah, I know. I'll do a large bribe. Yep, we're up to 24,000 and we're 70,000 in the bank. We are doing what we need to do. Okay, you. We have an army in there. If it sticks anywhere around here, I'm going to send you out to kill it. Which gives me a little bit of time. Oh, I have 3 armies other than that. How many forces do they have here? They may have 4 stacks, but they don't seem to have them there. You're full, we're gonna put you here. Now here, we are gonna raise a fleet. You'll be good, we'll raise the fleet. Is there any mercenaries? That would be good. And then we'll just build a bunch of these. We're going to give 2 turns to let that fleet build up. Because with that, I should be able to total his army if he comes and attacks at Bernice. Okay, so that was more money than I wanted to spend this turn. Drops our income from next turn a little bit. You're done. Oh, crud, I wanted you to stay in Aguila. No wonder. I was like, where did this extra army come from? Well, whatever. Nothing I can do about it now. This is getting returned to it. Okay, in the turn. We have a skill. You get that. That's pretty awesome. Get that in assault. And we're gonna call that good. Again, we're just trying to save up to 100,000, maybe 150,000, because that'd be 7,000 a turn. We just want to save money. I want interest to finally start working out for me. Now, we do need to check on food. I think I might be able to finally move my general, my emperor. So many freaking Subian forces. And a bunch of Jutes. Okay, Axuma's moved back. They have 4 stacks there, but they're not full. So, but I'm not sure if we win in that city. Oh, Africa's fighting the Jutes. That's pretty good. Okay. So then. We're up to 90,000. We didn't make much more. We're gonna kill off this Subian force.
For honor and glory, kill the cowards!
Ooh, these dudes look awesome. Subi champions. We're gonna be aggressive. If I have to rebuy some spears, I'll rebuy some spears. And I don't have to. We will take on 5%.
Yes.
You, I'm just gonna come back into here. Gives you improvements. Get this and this, get some replenishment bonuses going. Okay, we're gonna let that ride for now. Now if they come far enough this way, I'll attack them with my navy. Which would be easy. Easy to take care of. Now it's been quite a few turns. How bad is instability at this point? -9. So I am going to move my army out to here. And the Emperor has returned to Thracia. Part of me thinks I should just put him in my capital, but this is the border. And that's where the Legion needs to be.
Ready for orders.
They're not worth dealing with. We have goals to obtain. Now we're in 419. Armenia, you don't have food. Oh, you'll get it next turn. Hopefully that will be enough. Soristan, you also get a bunch of food next turn, so that should be okay. Libya, you're gonna lose a lot of food next turn. I refuse to put money in that at the moment. I need to build a fleet here, I think. What I really do like to do is build this fleet out, but they're being important in holding this because they don't have more armies. So this leaves me with
Commander,
3 armies.
once. Waiting for more orders.
Now my troops should be way better than theirs.
Orders. We hunger for battle.
Oh, we can recruit desert spears. Wow. That's impressive. Okay, we still have plague in Cappadocia, but it hasn't spread in a while, so that's good. Apparently that's the only place left with plague. Okay, we're gonna end the turn. We have 2 skills. I think we'll possibly see Attila next turn. We're gonna go for food. Because food, we're hitting that, we want to make sure we have food. You get assault. Public order is good. Now, I think I'm going to go to 150,000. At 150,000, which gives me 7,000 or so in just change every time, I'll start spending maybe 10,000. They're back to Subia, but they didn't attack. Or maybe they're going to. No, they didn't attack. That's weird. Axiome's like, what are y'all up to's? Building up that navy so that I could, although these are a lot of, they tend to have a lot of, missile dudes. So I think I need to come down to Adulis. Make them react to that. Because if they go after Bernice, that's okay. We can cause a lot of damage on Bernice to them. And while they're playing in Bernice, we can take their other regions.
We demand only a modest weight of coin. My master always looks kindly on him.
Now, I have an army up there if they decide to get uppity. Yep, here we go. We'll watch the video this time.
Darkness and despair. The shadow chased the sun ever southward. And behold a pale horse. And his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. His wrath would engulf the world, and he delighted in watching it burn. The horde looked to Attila, and the world trembled. Abandon all hope.
Nah, I'm just gonna kill him. Admittedly, it will take a while. He was indeed a lover of war, yet restrained in action, mighty in counsel, gracious and to supplicants, and lenient under those protection. With the death of the previous ruler, Attila seized power. Now he leads the hordes, and their armies swell in number. Well, he sucks. My money went down a lot. Ooh, the pain of... apparently I only completed 2 of the 6 bonus quests, which is fine. We lost military count, lost military count, lost the master of soldiers. That sucks. Lived to 32, so... Okay, you... Okay.
At your command.
Can any of us actually...
Ready for orders. At once. At your command. Would that I were as swift as the angels.
You're not very fast.
Gathering supplies.
Okay, you're gonna force march so that you can be where somewhere you can actually be useful. And you come in here as well. Now you. That's a lot. See, they have lots of slingers and stuff. But Any mercenary units? We could buy this one. I don't really want to. Now, we do have to spend some money. Armenia. You are down -30 food. Yowzers. This needs to become a food building. So we'll start doing that. Libya. You're down 15. This can become...
Ready for orders. Hear us, Lord!
Okay, we're gonna finish them off.
Waiting for more orders. Leave none alive!
I would really love one of those heavy onagers. But I'm not gonna get one. We'll take the replenishment because this army is holding this area all by them lonesome. Oh, we need a master of soldiers. While I'm here, I might as well do that. Okay.
At your command.
Problem is I couldn't actually get to them. They are the bigger threat. There's 14 there. How is Patalas? So there's 7, 11. I could probably kill the general. These dudes are like tier 3 or... look at that, 56 melee damage. That's pretty good melee damage. Okay, so I'm gonna force march you down to Agrila. Here, I'm tempted to buy my next navy. Just to ward them off. You have 7 units. You have 7 units. In this region, I have 7, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus walls. I think that region can hold. So I need you to come to here. I think I can beat this if they attack here. That doesn't look particularly menacing. And some of its onagers, which I could take out. Okay, we need to continue dealing with food though. Because not having food is really bad for the provinces. Okay, that'll be the best thing to build here. Palestinia. Oh, we can get a whole new food. Oh, that's right. This is a broken province. It doesn't have this. But we can build a food building here, which will fix that next turn. Dardenia, you have 7 food. That's not great. How good is this region? Poor. So we're gonna build sheep and cattle because we do need to. This is one of the regions that are poor and will need to be built up. Media atropine, you have 10. I was knocking this down. I need to convert this so that I can build up my food in these other areas. Because I think I have 1.0. Because that adds squalor. Well, we'll leave that alone for now. We have a library. Thracia. You're at 11 food. And you have squalor issues. That's not good. You're almost built up all the way. We're just going to convert this to this, the aqueduct, which will fix Tremonium up. Now I can build Equites here. I cannot build Better Cav. I have these three and they're pretty freaking experienced. But if I can build Better Cav, maybe I want to. What I want to do is get crossbows, but I don't think that's an option yet. I'm going to go with this and that. Work our way down to Subjugate. How is your troops? 1 experience bar on everyone. How are yours? 3 on most, 2 on this dude. Excellent. The Imperial Legions will be great. We lost a lot of money. I'm going to build this Scriptorum for 5% more. What is this? Reservoir? How are we doing for sanitation? Oh, we have a lot of sanitation in places. If I built a military wharf here, what would I get? I would get a garrison of a Greek fire dromon, which is not very good. 2 bowmen, which are good, and 2 galleys, which are good. So I don't really need the food here. This would really help that region protect itself, which is a concern. Okay, we're losing money because we're spending too much, so we're gonna stop. Okay, you're good there.
Ready for battle, Commander.
I think we're as far as we can be. You can't.
We hunger for battle. Advance.
Okay, we're gonna end the turn. We have a lot of skills apparently. Our spy. Oh, I don't think it really matters. I get this and this. Sure. You're a governor. Get that and that. That'll improve the public order. Integrity is low here. We'll decimate them. Okay. Now we are making a noticeable amount based on stuff. The problem is so much wealth comes from agricultural stuff that the infertility dropping really sank our economy all over the place. Okay, this is going to be the last end turn in the video, and pick up where we left off after this. I'm kind of guessing we'll see peace in our times. Yes, we will. Serbians are like, you know, I don't really need to do that. Jutes are like, yeah, we'll head out too. Not that I want to fight the Jutes. I'm busy with too many wars. Okay, they have all come back. Now, ironically, I could just go to Axiom, but I think that I might outnumber them. Part of it depends on how big Adulis is. If it's like a size 3 or something, or has something that improves the garrison, it could be problematic. Otherwise, they're really not 4 stacks. Oh, but I'm only 3. Okay. We'll do it that next time. So like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you later. We're back up to 20,000 as we are attempting to save, so that our interests will handle it when we start getting attacked by Attila. Because at some point, Attila is going to come. Talk to you later. Adios.